Good day, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about something that might sound like a dream, something that many people silently wish for, something that holds the power to change lives, families, communities, and even the world. Today, I want to talk about what it means to be a billionaire. But not just in money. I want to talk about being a billionaire in vision, in confidence, in determination, in courage, and in purpose. Because money is just one measure of wealth. True wealth lies in how deeply you believe in yourself and how big you dare to dream. Becoming a billionaire is not just about creating a business or launching an idea. It's not just about buying jets, living in mansions, or owning luxury brands. It's about building something valuable. It's about making an impact so massive that the world cannot ignore you. It's about solving problems that millions or even billions of people face. It's about creating systems, services, and structures that make life easier, faster, healthier, better, or more meaningful. When you think about billionaires, people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, Mark Zuckerberg, and others, you will notice one thing in common. They did not start with $1 billion. They started with a bold idea, a deep desire, and an unstoppable will to make something extraordinary. To be a billionaire, you must first think like one. That means thinking beyond your current reality. Most people only think about the next day, the next salary, the next small goal. But a billionaire mind thinks in decades. A billionaire mind thinks about legacy, about influence, about global change. If you want to be a billionaire, start by asking yourself powerful questions. What problem can I solve that affects millions? What can I build that the world needs, even if the world doesn't know it yet? How can I change the game instead of just playing it? Billionaires don't follow paths, they create them. They are not afraid to be misunderstood. They are not afraid to fail. In fact, many billionaires failed more times than most people even try. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Elon Musk was nearly bankrupt multiple times. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. But failure didn't stop them. It sharpened them. Because to be a billionaire, your belief must be bigger than your doubt. Your dream must be bigger than your fear. And your actions must be louder than your excuses. Now let's be clear, becoming a billionaire takes more than dreaming. It takes extreme discipline. It takes sleepless nights and early mornings. It takes sacrificing temporary comfort for long-term greatness. It takes courage to say no to distractions and yes to obsession. It's not about working hard once or twice. It's about committing to the grind, day after day, for years. When others quit, you keep going. When others doubt you, you believe even more. When the world says, it's impossible, you whisper to yourself, watch me. You must train your mind like a warrior. You must protect your thoughts. A billionaire's mind is a fortress. Negative thoughts are not allowed to stay. Limiting beliefs are thrown out. Excuses are replaced with actions. Complaining is replaced with creating. Instead of saying, why me, you start saying, why not me? Instead of saying, I can't, you say, how can I? You learn. You adapt. You grow. Because the truth is, no one is born a billionaire. You become one through mindset, discipline, strategy, and vision. To become a billionaire, you must be a learner. Read like your life depends on it. Study people who are already doing what you want to do. Learn from their mistakes, their struggles, and their strategies. Success leaves clues, and if you follow them with enough hunger, you can build your own version of success. Education is your weapon. Not just school education, but self-education. Teach yourself how to manage money, how to invest, how to lead, how to build a team, how to sell, how to think. Billionaires are also masters of time. They don't waste it. They don't scroll endlessly, gossip, or complain about others. Every hour is a building block toward a greater purpose. They focus on what matters. They delegate. They automate. They eliminate what's unnecessary. If you waste your hours, you waste your future. Time is your most valuable currency. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. So treat every moment like it matters, because it does. Another truth about billionaires: they take risks. Not stupid risks, but calculated ones. They understand that staying safe never built an empire. They step into the unknown. They embrace uncertainty. They launch products before they are perfect. They start before they're ready. They learn while doing. They move fast. They test. They pivot. They evolve. If you wait for perfect timing, you'll wait forever. If you wait for the world's approval, you'll stay average. Billionaires take bold steps, and bold steps lead to big rewards. But let me tell you something very important: being a billionaire is not just about what you gain. It's about what you give. Real billionaires think about impact. They build schools, fund hospitals, fight hunger, protect the planet, support communities, and lift others up. They understand that money without meaning is empty. But when money meets purpose, magic happens. So if you want to be a billionaire, don't just ask, "How can I make money?" Ask, "How can I make a difference?" When you become valuable to the world gives you value in return. Now maybe you're thinking, "But I have no resources. I have no connections. I have no big ideas." Let me tell you something: neither did the people who are billionaires today. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty. Howard Schultz grew up in the housing projects. Elon Musk was bullied in school. J.K. Rowling was a single mother living on welfare. The only thing they had was belief. Belief in themselves. Belief in their vision. And belief in the possibility that they could change their story. And that's the real secret. If you want to be a billionaire, you have to start with your story. Rewrite it. Stop saying, "I can't." Start saying, "I will." Stop saying, "I'm not lucky." Start saying, "I'm responsible." You are not a victim, you are a creator. You are not stuck, you are growing. You are not too late, you are right on time. But you have to decide. You have to take control. You have to stop blaming the past and start building the future. Every billionaire was once where you are. Doubting, hoping, trying. What changed their life was a decision. A decision to go all in. Surround yourself with people who push you. Cut off those who drain you. Your environment matters. If you hang around small thinkers, you will shrink. But if you surround yourself with visionaries, you will expand. Find mentors. Join networks. Read biographies. Watch documentaries. Learn from giants. Study greatness. Because what you see, you start to believe. And what you believe, you start to become. Let me also say this: you don't need to invent the next Facebook or Amazon. Sometimes being a billionaire means being the best at something small, something you love. It could be fashion, farming, fitness, or food. Whatever you choose, become world-class at it. Build a brand. Serve customers. Scale wisely. Be consistent. Focus on quality. Build trust. Because when people trust you, they follow you. And when they follow you, they pay you. Build one step at a time, but always with a billion-dollar mindset. And remember this, you are your biggest asset. Take care of your health. Protect your energy. Build emotional strength. A sick body cannot build an empire. A weak mind cannot make powerful decisions. Success without peace is failure in disguise. So meditate. Exercise. Reflect. Sleep well. Eat right. Protect your inner world while building your outer world. A billionaire understands that their mind and body are tools, and those tools must be sharp. Also, keep your ego in check. Confidence is important, but arrogance is dangerous. Learn to listen. Learn to admit when you're wrong. Hire people smarter than you. Let go of control when necessary. Build a team that shares your vision. Billionaires know that success is not a solo game, it's a team sport. Collaboration creates miracles. So stay humble, stay curious, and always be open to growth. And most of all, never give up. You will face rejection. You will face loss. You will feel tired, lost, and hopeless. But those moments are the test. The world will ask you, how bad do you want it? And your answer must be, more than anything. You will lose friends. You will be laughed at. But if you stay true to your mission, one day the world will clap for you. And you will remember the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the tears, and you will smile, because it was all worth it. Being a billionaire is not about luck. It's about consistency. It's about vision. It's about obsession with solving problems. It's about resilience in the face of failure. It's about using your life to create something that lives beyond you. That's real wealth. That's real success. So believe. Believe that you can. Believe that you must. Believe that you were born for more. Start small but think big. Move fast but build strong. Dream bold but stay grounded. Be patient but stay hungry. Work hard but love deeply. Chase money but never lose your soul. And whatever you do, don't settle for average. The world has enough average. What it needs is you, at your best. You can be a billionaire. But first, you must become a believer. Then a door. Then a leader. Then a builder. And finally, a legend. So now that we understand what it means to be a billionaire, not just in money but in mindset, mission, and mastery, let's go deeper. Let's talk about building the habits, the lifestyle, and the philosophy that shapes a billionaire mind. Let me begin by telling you this: the foundation of billionaire success is not genius. It's discipline. You can have talent, you can have intelligence, you can even have luck. But if you don't have discipline, all of it is wasted. Billionaires don't just work hard occasionally. They work smart consistently. They build routines. They master time. They don't wait to feel motivated. They act, no matter what. Every morning, they wake up with purpose. They don't hit snooze 10 times. They don't scroll through their phones for hours. They get up. They read. They journal. They meditate. They set goals. They exercise. They get into a state of performance before the day even begins. They know that how you start your day shapes how you live your life. Billionaires understand the importance of clarity. They are not confused. They have a vision. They write it down. They refine it. They talk about it. They live it. They breathe it. Every decision they make aligns with that vision. They say no to distractions, to drama, to wasteful habits, to toxic people. They know that focus is a superpower. If you don't control your focus, the world will. If you don't decide what matters, everything will distract you. So ask yourself, what am I building? Why does it matter? Who do I want to become? If you don't have clear answers, you're not ready to be a billionaire. Because clarity creates momentum. And momentum is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. Billionaires are not afraid to think differently. When the crowd zigs, they zag. They question the rules. They challenge the status quo. They don't try to fit in, they stand out. They don't follow trends, they create them. They don't ask for permission, they give themselves permission. Because they know that real innovation comes from thinking beyond the limits. Look at the greatest entrepreneurs in history. They were rebels, misfits, outcasts. People laughed at them. People doubted them. But they had a vision so clear and so strong that nothing could stop them. And that vision pulled them through every failure, every setback, every storm. The lesson? Don't be afraid to look crazy. Be afraid of living a life too small. Billionaires are also incredible at solving problems. That's the real secret to wealth, becoming a problem solver. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the reward. Want to be rich? Solve a problem for 100 people. Want to be a millionaire? Solve it for 10,000. Want to be a billionaire? Solve it for 1 billion. It's that simple. So look around you. What's broken? What's missing? What's slow, painful, or expensive? What do people complain about again and again? What do you wish someone would fix? Those are your opportunities. Don't just look for success, look for suffering. Because when you remove pain from people's lives, they reward you with trust, attention, and money. And remember, you don't need to have all the answers right away. Billionaires don't start with perfect plans. They start with imperfect action. They launch. They learn. They improve. They get feedback. They stay flexible. They iterate fast. They don't fall in love with ideas. They fall in love with outcomes. Billionaires are obsessed with growth. Not just financial growth, but personal growth. They read constantly. They hire coaches. They go to events. They surround themselves with mentors. They spend thousands, even millions, on learning. Why? Because they know that their business will never outgrow their mindset. If you want more, you must become more. Growth also means getting comfortable with discomfort. Billionaires don't run from pressure, they run toward it. They do what's hard. They have tough conversations. They take on big responsibilities. They make scary decisions. Because they know that pressure creates diamonds. Growth is never found in your comfort zone. It's found in struggle, challenge, and uncertainty. Let's talk about money. Billionaires understand money in a way most people never do. They see money as a tool, not a goal. They don't chase money, they attract it by building value. They don't save pennies, they invest in systems. They don't hoard wealth, they grow it. They don't think in salaries, they think in assets. They don't just work for money, they make money work for them. If you want to be rich, learn how money flows. Learn how business works. Learn how to invest. Learn how to manage risk. Stop spending like a consumer. Start thinking like an owner. Money doesn't come to the one who works the hardest. It comes to the one who thinks the smartest. Now let's go deeper into one of the biggest secrets: relationships. Billionaires build relationships strategically. They know the value of people. They network with purpose. They understand that one conversation can change your life. One connection can open doors that were locked for years. One mentor can shave decades off your journey. So network wisely. Don't beg. Don't chase. Don't fake. Be authentic. Offer value. Be curious. Ask questions. Show up. Follow up. Be helpful. Be humble. Be consistent. Billionaires build networks before they need them. They invest in people. Because at the highest levels, business is not about transactions. It's about trust. And let's not forget leadership. Billionaires are leaders. They inspire. They communicate. They rally teams. They paint a picture of the future so vivid that others want to help build it. They don't lead with fear. They lead with vision. They don't control people, they empower them. They create cultures. They reward excellence. They build tribes. If you want to be a billionaire, you must learn to lead, not just others, but yourself. You must lead your habits, your emotions, your decisions, your schedule, your energy. You must become someone that people believe in. Because leadership is not a position. It's a presence. And that presence is built from integrity, clarity, and action. Now let me speak to your heart. Because no matter how much money you make, none of it matters if you lose yourself. Billionaires who truly win are not just rich in dollars, they are rich in meaning. They wake up with passion. They go to bed with peace. They know who they are and why they exist. They don't chase status, they chase purpose. So I ask you, why do you want to be a billionaire? Is it just for the money? Or is it for freedom? For impact? For your family? For your legacy? Because when your why is strong, your how becomes possible. Don't just chase wealth, chase something worth building. Build something so meaningful that money becomes the side effect. And remember, none of this happens overnight. Billionaire success is built in silence, in struggle, in solitude. It's built when no one is watching, when no one believes, when no one supports you. It's built on lonely mornings and late nights. It's built through rejection, heartbreak, failure, and sacrifice. But those moments are what shape greatness. Those moments are what make the journey worth it. So don't wish for easy. Wish for strength. Don't hope it happens fast. Pray you grow strong enough to handle it. Don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Focus on your own race. Walk your own path. Build at your own pace. But don't stop building. Keep moving. Keep growing. Keep believing. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be silent. You were not born to live a small life. You were born to lead, to create, to innovate, to serve, to shine. And the world needs your brilliance. The world needs your courage. The world needs your voice. So step up. Start now. Take the first step. Then take the next. And the next. And keep going. No matter what happens. No matter who doubts you. No matter how hard it gets. Be relentless. Be focused. Be bold. Be kind. Be brave. Because the billionaire dream is not just about becoming rich. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about living without limits. It's about turning your pain into power, your ideas into action, your fear into fuel, your life into legacy. And in the end, remember, billionaire is not just a number. It's a mindset. It's a way of life. It's a decision to rise, to serve, to lead, and to never settle. So decide today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Today. Decide to believe in yourself more than you ever have. Decide to take the first bold step. Decide to become who you were always meant to be. You are powerful. You are capable. You are worthy. Be a billionaire, not just in money, but in purpose.